Hi, I'm Dr. Jason Hoisington, your Faribault, Minnesota chiropractor, and today I'd like to talk to you about low back pain versus hip arthritis. Some of the differences that happen in those cases. Now, we see a lot of lower back pain and hip problems in our office. If someone comes in with low back pain, they'll point from anywhere from the lower ribs right down into the low back or even around into the hip area. So we have to figure out where that pain is coming from before we can take care of them. Now, if you have arthritis in your hip, the common place for pain, one of the most common places for the pain to be is right in your groin. Also can be right around to the side of the hip or the back, into the buttocks, and even sometimes up into the lower back. A disc injury or a herniated disc is going to be a little more localized in the back, but it can refer into the hip as well, into the lower part of the buttocks and the hip. So we have to figure out where that pain is coming from before we can take care of that patient. Now, X-ray is an excellent test, a diagnostic test for arthritis. We look at the space of the hip joint itself, and there should be a little bit of space between the ball and the socket in the hip, and when that space gets smaller, that means that it's wearing out and you have arthritis there. Disc problems can also be seen a little bit on X-ray. We look for the spacing in between the vertebrae, the bones in the low back, to see if that's narrowing at all. That indicates a disc that's a part of the problem. Also can see if there's joints that are out of alignment, which can be a source of low back pain. So there's a lot of things to take into account when you have lower back pain. First thing to do is figure out as much as we can where that pain is coming from. And then the good news is we do have a good track record of helping with low back pain from disc problems. Also, if someone has arthritis in the back or in the hip, we have a good track record of helping people with those things as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this information. I'm Dr. Jason Hoisington, your Faribault, Minnesota chiropractor.